Hello, everyone. I'm Mosey, the man who can endure the most hunger, brought his master to challenge China. In this master-apprentice battle, there's a bloodline suppression. The embodied master of De Yi. Old man will loves catching stuff all over the mountains, supervising whether he's using his survival knowledge. In actual combat, it's just like a game of cat and mouse. Stop coming for you. A few years ago, Will taught Detzi a lot, including making bows and arrows and stone knives. It's not hard to see that the old man is still holding back. But he didn't teach her how to grow her hair. This time, they came to the Hanzhong Tianqing group in Shaanxi. The route planned by the program team is to first pass through the limestone cliffs, and then enter the limestone rubble maze of Longya. Then come to one of the largest bamboo forests in Asia. The final destination is set at the bottom of the world's 5th largest Tianqing. At the beginning of the challenge, Detzi was eager to perform in front of his master. He chose an extremely steep mountain path. I admit I have a gambling component. Once the shortcut is successful, the old man can't catch up to me even driving a 4-wheel drive. Will couldn't bear to watch Detzi be foolish. The competition is a competition. There's no need to risk your life. The program team finally assigned you a photographer. It would be troublesome if you smash him to death again. It looks like a seriously bad choice. Mr. Stafford, all the best with that. It's because of youthful arrogance. The master's gentle reminder was treated as air. In comparison, Will seems much more stable. The path he chose, although it's a detour, is relatively gentle. Looking at Detzi, he still hasn't made any progress after a long time. While he himself has already taken a significant lead, the old man also doesn't forget to look back and gloat. I'm a fuyo. However, when he turned his head to look, instantly performed a British drama face change. Why is there a waterfall blocking the way in this easy mode? Master, damn it, Detzi, chuckling, putting him in a desperate situation. And then the younger one just went around the waterfall. But Will is not to be trifled with either. He toughed it out and waded through. Yes, come on. Both master and disciple raised morale by shouting. They're exactly alike. After the old man caught up, he wasn't in a hurry to continue on. Instead, he found a piece of obsidian to start making stone tools. With a cutting tool, it will be much easier to cut trees or clear the path later. He's a master of the napping technique, truly worthy of being the primordial lord of heaven. With a buff from a jungle knight, he quickly received a system reward. A lost frog. Gently tap your sleeping heart. Slowly close your eyes. Eating while praising it. The true old artist. Just raise it. But you'd expect that, if you're not cooking him and need this energy. Just finished eating a frog, and found a pile of wild berries, focusing on a balanced diet of meat and vegetables. Pick some more. Later, we can make them into jam. I seriously doubt if Detzi listened carefully back then. How did he learn to starve from a nutritionist? This is like going down the wrong path. Detzi is now in a precarious situation. After crossing a mountain, he thought the road ahead would be smooth, but a nearly 100-meter high cliff blocked their way, and it was still raining. The mountain path was slippery. Climbing straight up and down was almost impossible. He has already begun to question the correctness of his initial decisions, which is just another wall of rock. I'm not being stupid, but it's something here, Detzi thought. Although I don't eat as well as my master, but I have the Miaojia eye massager to keep me company. It has features like mist, dot matrix heating, and massage. The 4-in-1 feature not only provides a larger output, but also more intensive. Combined with full area heat treatment, promotes blood circulation. It can also accelerate the secretion of tears and oil. Use it for a few minutes. Your eyes will immediately brighten like 2 light bulbs. Detzi sighs. With these eyes, entering caves and stuff, who needs torches anymore? It has 5 modes. Work and entertainment. You can use it both in the morning and before bed with a full 14-point matrix massage heads. Just like doing eye exercises, massaging the acupoints around the eyes. Even the temples have separate airbags to relax them. Plus a little Bluetooth connection, playing some tunes. You can easily maintain elegance even in the wilderness. Covering them up, a small size with amazing battery life. Everyone stares at their phones and computers for too long, and their eyes inevitably become dry and sore. Over time, not only will your prescription increase rapidly, but it can also evolve into difficult-to-treat dry eye and glaucoma. Therefore, early prevention, maintenance, and repair are crucial. Mosey will do the math for you. Go to the hospital for nebulization. The course of treatment costs several hundred. Stocking up on eye masks for a few months will also cost 200 or 300. Miaojin alone can act as a nebulizer, which is more cost-effective, an eye mask or an eye moisturizing device. I won't say anymore. Same old rules. The coupons are in the comment section. Price protection promotion and free shipping insurance. Free replacement for quality issues within 1 year. The sooner you use it, the less you'll worry. As the saying goes, God won't starve anyone to death. It's a pure stroke of luck. Just as Detzi was despairing, he found the entrance to a cave. The air circulation inside is very good, which means it's very likely to be connected. Found a through-the-mountain highway, no less. The only barrier is that I need to make a torch. Today, I'll set up camp near the cave entrance first, and wait for a clear day tomorrow. Then I'll light a fire for a test. I've been busy for half a day. Built a simple wild melon shelter, because it's not long enough. Freezing and starving and nearly getting a stroke. In contrast, the old man, left by European gods, just picked up a ready-made cave. This emotional value is so high, I'd be embarrassed to give him 3 compliments. I cannot believe it. You sexy, sexy beast, wow. No matter how big the wind and rain outside, it doesn't matter. There are dry bamboo inside the cave. Scrape it off with a stone tool. Tinder. That night, he achieved charcoal freedom, and then roast some coconut. It's like he's already living a leisurely retirement. So this competition gradually evolved into a contest between the lucky and the grinders. The next day, Will melted the resin to act as an adhesive. He glued a handle on the machete. Upgrade it. Didn't buy, looking forward to delivery. This $10 knife really made me drool. The old man not only modified the knife, but also prepared to leave the mark of civilization by grinding stones. When the pigment left his handprint on the rock wall, he was integrated with nature. Watching the old artist's survival is a pleasure. Even just a visit is so artistic. Can't Detsy have a separate show for his master? After the weather cleared up, Detsy made 3 torches using bamboo and resin. It was at the point of physical exhaustion. Takeout is here. Little butterfly. Humph, you make the little butterfly confused. I thought I'd comfort you. How convenient. You even gave me a send-off. Try using butterfly to restore your spirit. Rubbing sticks to make fire. Isn't that a piece of cake? Entering the cave. I thought I had entered a new instance. I didn't expect it to lead directly to an underground river. Thinking, once the bow is drawn, there's no turn back. I'll just swim across. But when the 7 or 8 degree water reached my chest, when my body was about to face hypothermia, I suddenly felt that giving up was also a good choice. Who says I can't play an instrument? I'm exceptionally good at beating a retreat. Due to Detsy's one-day trip to the cave, it delayed the progress. The advantages created before were completely gone. The old man walked and played. During this time, he also enjoyed the Survival Essential Burst Protein Set meal. Every little bit helps, don't you think? It was a little bit, like eating juicy bark. After the state is full, soon they arrive at the Dragon Tooth limestone area. This place, the reason it's called the Karst Maze, is not without reason. The old man hit walls everywhere, surviving in the cracks, using all his skills. He still almost got lost. Fortunately, his professional knowledge was solid. After climbing to a high place to identify the direction, he was finally able to escape. Looking at Detsy, he also followed in his master's footsteps. As soon as he entered the maze, he was a little disoriented, like a headless fly, bumping around for a while, found that it wasn't working. He simply calmed down and thought about what Will would do. Looking from a high place, he got out. Perhaps this is what the meaning of inheritance is. The old man's generation, his luck has always been good. He found a unique one among many branches. Brothers, this thing has extremely high medicinal value. That's a great tonic. I looked it up briefly. Can relieve pain and calm the nerves. Anticonvulsant. Lowers blood pressure. Improves eyesight and increases to a meat and vegetable combination. It's fine if they're good at playing. Why are they even starting to research medicinal food? Fully replenishing from head to toe. Wow, a pure six-sided warrior. The old man has no weaknesses except he gets hungry easily. Almost no flaws. Very complimentary to his apprentice. Because Detsy isn't good at other things. But when it comes to starving, you can't brag about this aspect. He possesses a talent that is unparalleled. He survived for 4 days just relying on a moth. I even suspect he can photosynthesize. The descendants are really starving and putting in a lot of effort. So he was thinking of getting some seafood before entering the bamboo forest to replenish. First, he tricked out a body of water. After crushing the soap, throw it into the water. This will suffocate the fish to death. So why would they suffocate? Firstly, saponins can damage the red blood cells of the fish, affecting their blood's ability to carry oxygen. Secondly, the foam produced by saponins will cover the surface of the water, preventing oxygen from dissolving in the water, leading to a lack of oxygen in the water. You can also watch my video to gain knowledge. In fact, squeezing shampoo into the water. But the effect is about the same. Keep acting. That is wrong, serious meal. Caught 2 loaches. Just ate a couple bites. Buddy, I'm a bit regretful. That was, maybe I should have got it. That was definitely excrement. Ate less than I threw up. Finally, I urgently added a few more earthworms. Only barely ate half full. After the old man entered the bamboo forest, it was getting dark. He forcibly built a 1-room shelter with bamboo. Not only that, he also performed a feat of catching a snake with his bare hands during a stroll after dinner. Got him. Look at the size of this thing. Got adrenaline pumping through my body. I just feel like I've been a wall. There's no joy in taking that. That's the natural order when you're in a place like this. You fall straight into the natural order. You know, there's not a hamburger growing on the tree. It comes slithering through the ground at you with sharp teeth. Thought it was no big deal. The wild king eats spicy strips. That's normal. But when I got closer, I looked. 2 black eyebrows. Although the black-browed snake is non-venomous. But after the old man finished recording the show, he should have to squat for a couple of days or something. Will's execution is strong. He roasted the snake overnight. The snake skin of this thing is even made into a forehead protector. You can't not rely on this thing now. Then why did you put the evidence of the crime on your head? It's roasting here. Detsy came sniffing the smell. As the saying goes, but on to master disciple as long as he's willing to open his mouth. The old man certainly couldn't watch his good disciple starve. At the very least, he can let him, right? Closer, steady. But now I'm thinking about the waves of the Yangtze River pushing the waves in front. Is to kill you on the beach. You enjoy it slowly here. Anyway, I can endure hunger. Prepare to travel overnight. Get you. Humph. I am now in the late. The old man doesn't know. He took on a disobedient apprentice. Waking up the next day and still all smug. Can allow me to obtain the power of nature. But unexpectedly, the tortoise and the hare race, that little turtle has already ridden off on an electric scooter. Luckily, it was stopped by the bamboo forest. Detsy has gotten lost again. Detsy really has no choice. Still have to use the skills my master taught me. Made a stone tool. Although the technique is a bit rusty, but it's definitely enough to chop bamboo. Took almost half a day. Made a giant tripod. It acts as a ladder. After climbing on top, finally opened up a bird's eye view. High definition positioning attack. Right then go up. If you can't get down. Hehehe. What happened after breaking through the bamboo forest? Both entered the final sprint at the same time, heading towards the bottom of the sinkhole. But the old man is, after all, getting on in years. Even with a strong body, he couldn't keep up with the young man from start to finish. He was really panting at the end. Could not run anymore, you know? Looking at the footprints on the ground, knowing he was no match. But then he was also very pleased. You said it. At the very least, this skill can be considered to have been passed down. He's worthy of being my student. It really has the shadow of me when I was young. A six-sided warrior brought out a seven-sided warrior. He's happier than if he had one himself. The most important core of wilderness survival is also Meller. Later, Detsy was deeply influenced by Will during the survival process. Do you remember what the old man left on the stone wall? Zhang Detsy, when he was surviving in Arizona. He also drew a rabbit on the stone. I'm gonna paint the hand. And put that on the wolf ha. It's come perfect. It's my rabbit. I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite happy to gamble with that. But I'm gonna take the risk that looks much. Seriously, the bad choice, Mr. Stafford. All the best with that. Slow it down now. Slow it down, stuff it. This is the long game. This is about. I know these are about something more. Just trying to put myself in with Lord's shoes. He was my teacher. And he does have a very calm nature. This is one of the skills that Ed came to me to learn. How to do one of the things that he taught me to do was flaking rather than being a flat edge. It's undulating, and it doesn't have to be pretty at all. That was already turning into, but to really think my tactics on this race. Because I came in somewhat arrogantly thinking, you know what, I understand bushcraft on the fly. And yet, already I found myself in a situation where I've had to use warlords' teachings to make myself soar at stones. If I hadn't actually taken that time, I wouldn't have been able for any of that bamboo, and I wouldn't be able to solve this problem. Of all people that I've ever taught, I'm very proud to have met Ed in this life and had the privilege of teaching him something. It really has been an honor.